Guys, very excited to be with Tom Pryor. He is the creator of BroadwayScorecard.com. You are a Broadway expert, Broadway extraordinaire. Tom, great to see you. Right out of the gate, how many Broadway shows are you seeing every year?
About 70. Yeah,
70 shows.
I'd try to get to more, but I've got a day job. I didn't realize I was a Broadway fan, and then I moved to New York and was suddenly like, oh, there's shows here. And then I just found myself going in one or two a week and being obsessed with it. And apparently I've been a Broadway fan just in hiding this whole time.
How long have you been compiling the data for Broadway Scorecard?
About 3 months. It's fresh, it's new. And for movies and TVs, we've all had Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic to give us like aggregated critic scores and audience scores. And for Broadway, we were just flying blind, and it was driving me crazy. I just thought, I should just try to build this if no one's doing it well. And so in 3 weeks, I had something and I posted it online and it blew up. And we've got over 100,000 users now. And so I was just solving my own problem. I wanted to know what shows not to miss, and also, which ones to miss.
Will you let me talk?
Oh no, it's something more. It was a musical.
I did it for just all the shows that were open on Broadway first, because it was easiest, and there were 40. And then I'm a bit of a geek, so I just got curious about past seasons. So I went back 21 years of shows, which is like 700 shows back to 2001. And then I added off-Broadway, and then I added the West End. I got carried away and lost many weekends, and now it's 1,000 shows and 20,000 reviews. And this is the first Tonys that's come up. So I have all that historical data and realized that I had all these data points about shows I could use to predict the Tony Awards. So I was like, okay, I could probably make some predictions here.
Yeah, absolutely. And the website is set up beautifully. It has a score. Tell us a little bit about how you translate, let's say, a review into a score and how you aggregate.
Yes, and for every critic review, I have four different LLMs, read the full text of the review and analyze the sentiment of it. And then within that, assign it a score out of 100. And then I average all those scores across all the reviews. But if you're a top tier critic, you get a higher weight. And with one single score, you can compare every single show against the others, which you weren't able to do before.
Let's start with the big one. Best musical this year at the Tonys. Right now, your site, Broadway Scorecard, you have Schmigadoon at #1, predicted winner in that category.
Everything will be fine.
This could be anyone's Tonys this year, because all these shows got similar critical receptions. And they all scored within 70-something on Broadway Scorecard from critics. And Lost Boys is the weaker one, but the rest were all within 3 points of each other. So it's kind of been an open book. And you can rule Titanic out. It's the two reasons. One, it's a jukebox musical and they never win.
You weren't actually on the Titanic.
Or was I?
And it also didn't get nominated for Best Director. And no show has ever won the Best New Musical Tony without being nominated, at least, for Best Director. So then you got these three shows, Schmigadoon, Two Strangers, and Lost Boys, all pretty similar locks. And most people thought that Lost Boys was going to be a big front runner, and then the reviews came out, and it's the weaker of the reviews, and I think it's the weaker of the shows.
Need a quick hit. Come on and give me it.
So that dropped a bit, and Two Strangers was becoming the favorite because it's a real musical. Schmigadoon is a spoof musical. It's it's making fun of classical musicals, and a lot of people haven't even heard of Brigadoon, which is spoofing, and it was unexpected. And then Schmigadoon did get the strongest critical reviews, and it's appealing to Tony voters and Broadway goers because it is like a very, very well done spoof of classical musicals.
Oh, am I supposed to talk here? Thank you.
And when you find him.
Yes, I think it's the one to bet on.
Okay, we move down the categories. Best play right now on Broadway Scorecard. Liberation is a predicted winner. Kalshi has it at 76%. So that one feels like a very clear front runner in this category, maybe a little more clear cut.
Much more clear cut. In fact, I think it's way higher than what any of these percents have it. So if you wanted a sure thing, I think Liberation's won the Pulitzer, it won all of the precursor awards, and it's got all the momentum right now.
Even though it's not at all accurate.
Best revival of a musical is kind of an interesting category. So we've got Ragtime, Cats, The Jellicle Ball, and The Rocky Horror Show. Ragtime, according to you, and Broadway Scorecard, front runner by far.
This one's tough. I'm so torn. I'm a big Cats fan. Not the original. That's pretty hideous, let's be honest.
Sure.
But like this revival has reinvented Cats. Like the word revival is most apt here because Cats was dead, like completely dead, and it has been fully revived by this crazy interpretation of it, and I think it's a joyous, incredible production. But then Ragtime is essentially the same production that was put on last time, but it's a very, very strong show, and they put it on perfectly. So last year, Sunset Boulevard beat out Gypsy for a similar reason. It was like a reinvention of a show that no one thought was that good in the first place. And
Sure.
Gypsy was just done very well and had been on many times. And so a lot of people thought leading into this that Cats had it in the bag because it's a total reinvention, exactly the same, and Ragtime's just doing the same old thing. But Ragtime has won a lot of the leading awards up to this, and people just love the show. It's got an incredibly high audience score on Broadway Scorecard. So it's really tough to pick. It's pretty clear from all the data that Ragtime is the front runner here. So if you wanted to jump on and pick Ragtime at that good price, I think it's a good bet.
It's interesting because on Broadway Scorecard, the critics score for Ragtime 83, Cats a little stronger with the 85, but you
Yeah.
do have that A+ audience rating for Ragtime. So
Yes.
maybe neck and neck here.
Historically, the audience grade has determined the revivals more than the critics grade has.
All right, best revival of a play. You've got Death of a Salesman, the predicted winner. Kalshi seems to agree, 95% right now, likelihood. So Death of a Salesman for you, what makes this one the standout winner?
And the reviews are wild. Everyone is also enjoying it, which is not necessarily the case for the very old play that's been put on at least 5 times on Broadway. You wouldn't think the audiences would be loving this. This show has already won the top prize at the Tonys for Best Play and Best Revival 4 times already, so this would be the 5th time, and it's a lot.
Everything will be all right.
We get into some of those more specific categories. Best actor in a musical, Joshua Henry in Ragtime. So Ragtime and the enthusiasm for it in those other categories kind of carrying over into the actor award here, you think?
Yeah, this one swept all the precursor awards, and it's Henry's 4th time getting nominated. He's never won. Yeah, this one is just as much of a lock as Death of a Salesman for Best Play.
Okay, best actress in a musical, Ragtime carrying over here as well, Cassie Levy.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna sweep a lot of these performer categories, and there's not much to be made.
So best actor, best actress locks for you
Yeah.
for Ragtime. Best actor in a play, kind of an interesting category because John Lithgow trending at 69% on Gold Derby.
Everyone's pretty unanimous in that, and everyone thought this was his, especially since it's not getting any of the buzz outside of this award. It feels like they might give Giant some love by giving it to John. Nathan has just kept creeping up, and it's really surprising how high he is here. I think it's still John Lithgow's because Death is going to get so many other awards. I think they'll want to spread the love around.
Best featured actress in a musical, The Lost Boys, Shoshana Bean is trending highest right now.
This could go anywhere. Shoshana Bean is definitely the highlight of Lost Boys, in my opinion, and she's overdue for a Tony.
You should have seen me in my glory days.
I'd be surprised if Anna gets it on Schmigadoon. If anything, I'd be thinking Ragtime might again.
Michelle Lewis.
Yeah, if you didn't want to go with the favorite.
We're a little more cloudy in these categories in
Yeah.
terms of a clear winner.
Yeah, we're getting to the cloudier ones.
Okay. But if you had to put your money down on featured actress in a musical, where are you putting your money?
I think this will be Lost Boys one, like, solid victory.
Shoshana Bean, featured actress in a play. Laurie Metcalf, the front runner across the board here from Death of a Salesman. As you mentioned, it's a beloved story. It's just kind of got this legacy spot.
It's changing. Willie, I can feel it changing.
Does that carry over into this category, you
I
think?
think so. The interesting thing here is that June Squibb is 96 years old, the oldest acting nominee in Tony history in Marjorie Prime. And so there could be something here. Gold Derby has a higher percentage than Kalshi does. And yeah, I think she was great in this. So yeah, it could be a wild shot.
And these are great insights. I really appreciate you, Tom, for giving us your expertise here, breaking down these categories. And we'll see what happens on Tony night, but we really appreciate it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
Pop Markets is for entertainment and informational purposes only, not investment advice. You should not treat any opinion expressed by the host or guests of Pop Markets as an inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of opinion.